You were leaning on the rail, the sun was fading fast. Coffee cup between your hands, knew it wouldn't last. Words were heavy in the air, things we couldn't say, while the crickets started singing, end of summer day. All those things we never said, hanging in the space between what we felt and what we knew, in that dying light so clean. Tú sabías lo que yo sentía,
What I was feeling,
sin decir una palabra.
without saying no word.
But we sat there like two strangers, watching time move on. Fingers trace the wood grain, watching time move on. Your fingers trace the wood grain, mine just held on tight to everything we never speak before we'd say goodnight. All those things we never said, hanging in the space between what we felt and what we knew, in that dying light so clean. Sometimes silence tells the truth better than we ever could. Sometimes letting go means more than holding on for good. Now I pass that porch each evening, wonder if you're there, still holding all the words we kept floating in the air. Some things don't need speaking, some things just need time, but I'd trade every sunset since to have you back in mind. All those things we never said, still hanging in the space between what we felt and what we knew, in that dying light so clean. All those things we never said, they're the loudest truth I've seen. You were leaning on the rail, the sun was fading fast.
The engine coughed and caught its breath. A long stretch of summer asphalt. Steam arose from beneath the hood, like morning mist on mountain meadows. Sometimes breaking leads to finding what was always meant to be. In a town I'd never seen before, but felt like coming home, where strangers smiled and offered more than I had ever known. Sometimes you gotta fall apart to find where you belong. In a town I'd never seen before, but felt like coming home. Died a bell above the door, rang welcome like a church on Sunday. Coffee cups and weathered hands pointing toward the nearest garage. Sometimes breaking leads to finding what was always meant to be. In a town I'd never seen before, but felt like coming home, where strangers smiled and offered more than I had ever known. Sometimes you gotta fall apart to find where you belong. In a town I'd never seen before, but felt like coming home. That old mechanic shook his head, said she won't run till Tuesday. Gave me keys to cabin space above his little shop. Said sometimes the road decides when you need to stop. In a town I'd never seen before, but felt like coming home, where strangers smiled and offered more than I had ever known. Sometimes you gotta fall apart to find where you belong. In a town I'd never seen before, but felt like coming home. 3 days later, engine humming, that town behind me. But I carry something now that breakdown helped me find.
Been walking by your place again. Same old apple tree standing there. Remember when we planted it? Small hands, dirt under fingernails. Now it's taller than the fence, branches reaching everywhere. Every season you grow further away from the girl who used to climb with me. Every harvest, another goodbye in the shade of our apple tree. Our apple tree. Spring blooms came and went too fast. Summer fruit we used to share. Fall leaves drift into the ground, like all the words we never said. Withered branches bare and thin, just like the space you left behind. Every season you grow further away from the girl who used to climb with me. Every harvest, another goodbye in the shade of our apple tree. Our apple tree. I still taste September mornings in the apples that you left, sweet and tart upon my tongue, like the memory of your breath. Oh, that old tree keeps growing tall, roots run deeper every year. I'm still standing in the same spot where you used to disappear. Maybe it's time to plant my own somewhere you'll never be. Every season I grow further away from the girl who used to wait for me. Every harvest, another goodbye in the shade of our apple tree. Our apple tree. Let it be.
Back seats packed, blue jeans wrinkled, the sun crawls up slow over broken lines. Coffee cooling in the holder, left hand wandering, no compass swinging, just the way I lean now. Highway humming on, daylight patchwork, songs we half remembered, tangled with the wind. Nothing but the slipper behind us, gas gauge low, but we ain't looking in. Wide open rolling, letting go, not knowing, days scattered behind us, no map needed moving, instinct beats steady, heartbreak riding shotgun, wide open rolling, letting go, not knowing. Motel signs flicker, towns drift by quiet, old ho-ho playing in the air we chase, turning left on a hunch, breathing through the silence, trail of cracked directions, every exit erased. Wide open rolling, letting go, not knowing, days scattered behind us, no map needed moving, instinct beats steady, heartbreak riding shotgun, wide open rolling. Where you go, not knowing. All the straight lines, all the wind, somewhere south of where I'm meant to be. Heart says forward, hands keep driving, road just follows wherever we believe. Wide open rolling, letting go, not knowing, days scattered behind us, no map needed moving, instinct beats steady, heartbreak riding shotgun, wide open rolling, wide open rolling, no map needed moving. No map needed moving. Out back where the fence line bends, same dirt, different end. Been watching
watching seasons turn from this kitchen window here. Apple trees grown tall since then, branches reaching year by year. Every apple that I pick tastes like time I can't get back, sweet and bitter on my tongue. All the years we've been apart, spring blossoms came and went while I learned to drive alone. Summer fruit hung heavy when you left for parts unknown. Every apple that I pick tastes like time I can't get back, sweet and bitter on my tongue. All the years we've been apart, all the years we've been afraid. Ladder shorter than it was, or maybe I've grown small, reaching for the highest branch, still can't touch them all. Autumn makes me think of you, how we used to fill these bags. Now I'm making pie for one, the tree that remembers when. Every apple that I pick tastes like time I can't get back, sweet and bitter on my tongue. All the years we've been apart, out back where the fence line ends, same tree, different hands.
Dust on my boots, rain on the glass. Can't tell you which way it feels, rails right past. You ask me when I'm gonna settle down, but I'm caught between the quiet and the sound. Every morning I wake up torn in two. Half of me wants paved, half wants stew. Well, I'm standing in the middle of nowhere and everywhere. Can't choose between the Russian and the still. Tell me, do you know what it's like to care about two different worlds that never will meet in the middle where I am? Sirens calling from the busy streets, wild meadows whisper what my heart still needs. You say pick a side, but I can't decide. 'Cause now head be all feel like home, but now there's mine. I'm standing in the middle of nowhere and everywhere. Can't choose between the rush and the still. Tell me, do you know what it's like to care about two different worlds that never will meet in the middle where I am?
Entre ruido y la paz, no sé cuál es mi lugar.
I'm standing in the middle of nowhere and everywhere. Can't choose between the rushing and the still. Tell me, do you know what it's like to care about two different worlds that never will meet in the middle where I am? Meet in the middle where I am.
Empty espressos in the cup holder, half for rain. Seeds in the roadside cracks, reaching for something again. Dust on the dashboard, maps in the glove box torn. We're drawn toward distance, just bones in a heart war. All we have is the wind saying maybe, maybe, maybe. All we have is the wind leaning over, over, over. Maybe we'll go, maybe we'll stay. Let it tell me where to aim. Fields rolling out, stitched in lines I can't follow. Sun slipping sideways, will we be gone by tomorrow? Bare feet tapping time, you humming low in the dark. Mile after mile after mile, just following some spark. All we have is the wind saying maybe, maybe, maybe. All we have is the wind leaning over, over, over. Maybe we'll go, maybe we'll stay. Let it tell me where to aim. Turn the radio down, let the silence repeat. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Just take the next street. The lines on the dash are all we claim. Let it tell me where to aim. All we have is the wind saying maybe, maybe, maybe. All we have is the wind leaning over,
hums under slow wheels. Banjo breathes in circles. Night underneath the overpass. Left a half-warm coffee on the dash. Shoulder pressed to iron beams, cold and flat. Hands in my sleeves, pockets worn thin. Crack the window and let in the wind. Moon leaning low, paint in the gravel. Heartbeat steady, but the space unravels. Counting rust bowls, pretending to sleep. Inside I'm quiet, the dark runs deep. Somewhere the stars too big press them down. My heart small as a quarter in my palm. Sky spills out but I can't hold that much. Stone pillow warmth gone, soft as a sigh now. Thought I'd be fine, thought I'd carry it all. No plans for the morning, shoes unsocked, laces curled up. The train blurs by, I almost forget where I am. Took off my jacket, spread it on tar for a bed. Banjo echoes and brain spaced on just a noise half done. Under this concrete live small while. Rain drips, takes a while to find me. Footsteps maybe, but no one stops here. Star maps above, turned upside down. Wait for the weight to drift, or just for sleep. Stars too big, pressing down. My heart too small to hold it right. The sky keeps spilling, I close my hand. Stone pillow, breathe out, no right way now. Maybe I can, but I try to hold it all. Banjo trailing off, fading light. Underpass breathing, me in the night. Beneath that crooked willow, took to riding lights. Dirt stains on my blue jeans, wind stirring up old times. Letters pile beside me, leaves whisper overhead. My pen catches the sunlight, hanging on every thread. 7 years since blossom touched these tired roots. I still trace your name. This letter never sent, folded in my hand. Petals falling softly where wildflowers stand. If you ever wander back, let the dawn begin. Every 7th spring my heart would let you in. Rain starts slow and gentle, pages turning thin. Ink runs with the memory of what might have been. While violets keep the hillside, holding secrets deep, I write only half a sentence.
tears I never weep. 7 years in silence, stories left to bloom. I still hold your name. This letter never sent, folded in my hand. Petals falling softly where wildflowers stand. If you ever wander back, let the dawn begin. Every 7 spring my heart would let in. Whispers of you linger each time the seasons turn. Branch heavy with longing for a fire that still burns. This letter never sent, folded in my hand. Petals falling softly where wildflowers stand. If you ever wander back, let the dawn begin. Every 7 spring my heart will let you in. Beneath the blooming willow I leave the page behind. 7 years of waiting, love still entwined. Beneath the blooming willow I leave the page behind. 7 years of waiting, love still entwined.
There's an old bridge down by Miller's Creek, where the paint peels off in summer heat. Got a shoebox full of faded shots of all the times we said we'd leave but never did. Been here too long, been here too long, standing on this bridge too long. Been here too long, been here too long. The water's moving but I'm standing still. Bridge too long, bridge too long. I've been crossing this bridge too long. Bridge too long. Every step she leads me back to where I started from. Every step she leads me back to where I saw it from. Bridge too long, I've been crossing this bridge too long. Polaroids scattered on the dashboard, faces smiling from another time. We're leaving felt like just a Sunday drive. Now it feels like climbing mountains in my mind. Been here too long, been here too long, been here too long, standing on this bridge too long. Been here too long, been here too long. The water's moving but I'm standing still. Bridge too long, bridge too long. I've been crossing this bridge too long. Just leads me back to where I started from. Bridge too long, bridge too long. Too long, too long. Yeah, yeah. Too long, too long, too long. This bridge too long. Maybe tomorrow I'll pack up my things. Maybe tomorrow I'll spread out my wings. But tonight I'm counting every board beneath my feet on this bridge that stretches out but never sets me free. Been here too long, been here too long, standing on this bridge too long. Been here too long, been here too long. The water's moving but I'm standing still. Bridge too long, bridge too long. Crossing this bridge too long.
been too long. I've been crossing this bridge too long.
Too late for leaving. Sky swollen, the night breathing. Heart in my mouth under overpass beams. You sat next to me, knees pressed, eyes quiet. Stone underfoot, cold city dim. Hands loose, just skin against skin. Why do the stars feel so big? 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 When my heart's too small to carry it all. Why do the stars feel so big? Why do the stars feel so big? Why do the stars? Banjos hum, humming traffic below. My secrets curl up in your coat. Laugh quiet, sip breath, trading old names. Eyes wide as highways, hearts thin as rain. Your hand finds mine again, such a tender thing. We wait for nothing, day and night sing. Why do stars feel so big? Why do stars feel so big? Why do the stars feel so big? Why do stars feel so big? When my heart's too small to carry it all. Why do the stars feel so big? Why do the stars feel so big? Too small to carry it all. Too small to carry it all. Why do the stars feel so big? 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 When my heart's too small to carry it all. Why do the stars feel so big? Why do the stars feel so big? Why do the stars?
Planks creak when I'm walking, slow to start the day. Something drips in the hallway, the lightning streaks of gray. I hear a truck down gravel, muffled underneath. Rust flakes on the window, dew frozen on the wreath. There's poetry in metal, bitten brown holding on. There's poetry in metal, every scar in every song. I wake to the metal, singing through the fall. There's poetry in metal, and I'm caught here all alone. Upstairs from the barroom, sleeping over steel. Voices humming downward, laughter I can feel. An ashtray on the railing, coffee turning cold, moss climbs on the siding, edges etched in old. There's poetry in the metal, red and brown holding on. There's poetry in the metal, every scar and every song. I wake to the metal, singing through the fall. There's poetry in the metal, and I'm caught here all alone. Morning fog is rolling, swallowing up the fields. Everything that's broken shows me what is real. There's poetry in metal, red and brown holding on. There's poetry in metal, every scar and every song. I wake to the metal, singing through the fall. There's poetry in metal, there's poetry in metal, there's poetry in metal, there's poetry in metal, and I'm caught here all alone.
Sun was sinking past the trees, bugs were humming in the breeze. You sat there on that wooden seat, well, I just stared down at my feet. Oh, the things we didn't say, la 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 la, they're here to stay. In the space between us two, la 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 la, what I can't undo. Oh 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 oh. Your hand was resting on the rail, mine was tracing circles. Hey. The air was thick with summer heat, and all the words I couldn't speak. Oh, the things we didn't say, la la la, they're here to stay. In the space between us two, la la la, what I can't do. Oh oh oh. sinking past the trees. La 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 in the evening breeze. Oh, 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 oh. La la la.
You sat there in your daddy's chair, fidgeting with your coffee cup. The sun was sinking past the trees while I was working up.
The nerve to say what's on my mind, but your eyes are saying more than any words I'd ever find. Sometimes the quiet speaks the loudest, when the truth hangs in the air. All those things we never mentioned, floating somewhere in between. Your smile and my stare on that front porch. You asked me about the harvest moon. I talked about the weather instead, but we both knew what we were dancing around, and all the things we left unsaid. Your fingers traced the armless wound, while mine just held that beer. We understood each other good. Sometimes the quiet speaks the loudest, when the truth hangs in the air. All those things we never mentioned, floating somewhere in between. Your smile and my stare on that old front porch. Now I drive past your house sometimes, wonder if you think of me, sitting in that summer twilight, with all we never say still hanging in the evening breeze. Sometimes the quiet speaks the loudest, when the truth hangs in the air. All those things we never mentioned, still floating somewhere in between. Your smile and my stare on that old front porch. Dirt between my toes, you stand across the field, sky folding open wide, breathing in the yield. I let the air run through me, pockets full of stones. I could list each thing I've left, letting go, letting go. Tell me where the silence starts. You and I, you and I. Empty rose and open heart. Still I keep that laughter near, always in my head. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Even when the whole world clears, nothing else stands. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Your voice is in the light here, softer than my skin. Should I keep the old strip, burn the photograph? I try to name the heaviness, the lightness in your laugh. Somewhere it is morning now, chasing warmth, you taught me how. Still I keep that laughter near, always in my hands. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Even when the whole world clears, nothing else stands. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Oh, all I can give up, all I can release, but I can't leave behind how you filled the quiet, bright as breaking geese. That echo, echo, da da da. Hey, da da. Hey. Still I keep that laughter near, always in my hands. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Even when the whole world clears, nothing else stands. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Feel breathing empty, you're almost home. Let it ring out, let it ring out. Steam from my coffee spill settles on the window pane. Rust stains on my boots from the midnight rain. You said you liked the way the fog hangs low. Every morning it wraps me up, won't let me go. Old bar downstairs humming slow, slow, slow. Can you hear the floorboards creak when I walk around? I find poetry in rust and coffee rings. Each droplet sings, each droplet stings. Poetry in rust and morning fog, calling your name, calling your name through the smog. Sundays above sawdust, echoes of your voice. Windows rattling when the regulars rejoice. My room smells like bourbon, cedar and rain. I write your name as steam on cool window panes. Barflies fading with the sun, slow, slow, slow. I keep these moments under my pillow. I find poetry in rust and coffee rings. Each droplet sings, each droplet stings. Poetry in rust and morning fog, calling your name, calling your name through the smog. Entre el óxido y la niebla, te busco sin razón. La mañana me envuelve, me canta tu canción. Poetry in rust and coffee rings. Each droplet sings, each droplet stings. Poetry in rust.
creek, your memory clings. I found poetry in rest and morning things. Poetry in rest, poetry in rest, calling your name, calling your name, always.
Under that old tree, late afternoon, sun slips quiet, drawing golden lines through roots. Thick grass press my knees in the dust, page folded, edges rough, barely started, voice nearly gone, ink trembling from my thumb. Your name in the margin, scratched and small, wind in the branches, petals start to fall. 7 years gone, nothing left to show, just a letter held, never meant to go. Pauses heavy, heart caught in between, words with nowhere to lean. If you wander here right now, today, would you see what I tried to say? Every bloom is borrowed time, I'll write what I can't send. Every crooked line, leaves fall and I start again. You'll never read these pages, friend. If that tree woke up just once, would you be here? Would you see me? Sky dim blue, paper soft with rain, still every syllable remains. Roots break open, one bright flower stirs. 7 more years, that unwavering curse. Read my silence, all the lines I meant, language never fully spent. Beneath branches, seasons running wild, I've waited for answers that never arrive. Postmark unsent, hope unopened file, every word hanging alive or denied. You're in every spring in the quiet return. Maybe this letter was just meant to burn. Truth in the fall and faith in the wait. Letters unsent, I circle the date. If the tree could speak, maybe it'd say, some feelings stay, even when you go away. Every bloom is borrowed time, I'll write what I can't send. Every crooked line, leaves fall and I start again. You'll never read these pages, friend. If that tree woke up just once, would you be here? Would you see? 7 years never sent, poetry still meant. Folded page, edges worn, something new, something torn.
Passenger seat, highway hum beneath us. Sun cuts through the windshield, your hand on the wheel. Radio static between the stations. I watch the fields roll by like pages turning. Shotgun silence, nowhere to be. Wind through my hair, dust on the dashboard. Time moves different here, in this space between. Windows down, heat on my shoulders. The world gets smaller, mile by mile. Shotgun silence, nowhere to be. Carretera sin fin, el viento me abraza, tus ojos en el camino, mi corazón descansa en este momento que no tiene nombre. Shotgun silence, nowhere to be. Just letting the road carry us along. This is enough, this is home. Sun sinking low, still got miles to go, but we're already there in this moving prayer.
I've been standing here too long, looking at the water run. You're somewhere else now, I know, but I can't seem to let go. This old bridge remembers everything. This old bridge remembers everything. The way you laughed that spring. This old bridge remembers everything. Found your picture in my coat, faded colors, coffee stain. You said you'd never leave this town, but I'm the only one who stayed. This old bridge remembers everything. This old bridge remembers everything. This old bridge remembers everything. Promises we made. This old bridge remembers everything. I should have followed you away. I should have followed you that day. This old bridge remembers everything. This old bridge remembers everything. Now I'm stuck here wondering. This old bridge remembers everything. Time moves slow when you're alone. Every board beneath my feet knows a way of staying put when leaving might have been so sweet. Tell me why I'm still here. Tell me what I'm waiting for. All these years have passed us by, and I'm still standing at your door. This old bridge remembers everything. This old bridge remembers everything. What we used to be. This old bridge remembers everything, and it's killing me. Ooh. This old bridge remembers everything.
I packed my things in paper bags, didn't make a sound. Left behind a life laid out that never felt my own. Now dirt roads call my name out loud. I'm running barefoot through the wheat wind, rushing wild and sweet. Freedom found in every fake. No more path or stride I take, no more paths that others make. I'm running barefoot through the wheat, finally feeling free. Ooh, finally free. Ooh, just being me. Grass between my toes feels right, sun upon my face. All those walls that held me in have crumbled without trace. Now fields stretch far as hearts can see. No chains to hold me. I'm running barefoot through the wheat wind, rushing wild and sweet. Freedom found in every state, gone in every stride I take. No more paths that others make. I'm running barefoot through the wheat. Finally feeling free. Finally free. Just being me. Used to walk in borrowed shoes, down roads I didn't choose, but barefoot's how I meant to be. Running wild and running free. I'm running barefoot through the wheat wind, rushing wild and sweet. Freedom found in every sweet. No more paths stride I take, no more paths that others make. I'm running barefoot through the wheat, finally feeling free. Finally free. Just being me.
Engine coughing, steam rising high.
My old Chevy died on Highway 9, just past the welcome sign. They read, population small, but hearts run wide. One you found me there with grease-stained hands, kicking at the tires like they'd understand why 18 years of rust and prayer finally left me stranded there. But you said, hey now, don't you worry none, you're like honey in the setting sun. This town's gonna take care of you. This town's gonna see you through. See you through. Yeah.
made my bed, coffee refills and homemade bread, while strangers shared their life stories like we'd been friends since we were 3. The mechanic worked for half his wage, said sometimes kindness pays the same, and I started thinking maybe fate had bigger plans than my escape. 'Cause you said stay now, just a little while, your words can make a wanderer smile. This town's gonna take care of you. This town's gonna see you through. Now I drive past the same old sign every couple months or so, just to sit in that same booth of mine, where I learn what it means to know home ain't always where you're born. Sometimes it's where you break down. Chevy runs just fine these days. I still take the longer ways that lead me back to Highway 9, where you taught me broke don't mean behind. And sometimes when the road gets long, I hear you singing that same old song. This town's gonna take care of you. This town's gonna see you through. See you through.
Benjo shivers in the open, grass bowing to the breeze. Soft steps, cold earth, empty field. There's nothing in my hands now, just these threads from soul dress. Dirt stains on my fingers, wildflowers in my breath. I almost remember why I came here, but the sky is too wide, the sun's too shy, and I'm standing with memories flickering. Let it go, I tell myself slow, empty my pockets, see what I know. But I hear, rain to clear, the sound of her laugh in my ear. Let it go, pull me below, rows and rows of who I let go. But I hear, can't disappear, the sound of her laugh in my ear. Someone sits behind the this is yours. Shadows swaying, not quite gone. I turn and I turn, scattered wishes in the silence. My heart keeps pulling me on. Branches creak low, clouds slipping by. I wait for laughter to tangle in sky. Let it go, I tell myself slow. Empty my pockets, leave what I know. But I hear it's clear, the sound of her laughing. My ear, let it go, pull me below. Rows and rows of what I let go. But I hear, can it disappear, the sound of her laughing. Soft as the clover, crushing undertow. Soft as the memory nobody knows. Hold and release, breeze through the reeds. Her laugh in the hollow, her laugh on repeat. Let it go, I tell myself slow. Empty my pockets, see what I know. But I hear ringing so clear, the sound of her laugh in my ear. Let it go, pull me below. Rows and rows of what I let go. But I hear, can't disappear, the sound of the laugh in the ear. quiet field, empty hands, still holding the echo right where I stand. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
The highway hums beneath my tires tonight. Can't tell if I'm running toward or away. You ask me where I really come from, like there's one place that made me whole. But I've got gravel dust in my coffee cup, the city rain still in my soul. I'm somewhere between the noise and quiet, between the rush and standing still. Can't decide which one I'm fighting, can't decide which one I will. Remember when we used to walk those streets? You said the sirens sounded like home. Now I sit on my grandmother's porch and wonder why I feel alone. I'm somewhere between the noise and quiet, between the rush and standing still. Can't decide which one I'm fighting, can't decide which one I will. Maybe home isn't a place at all. Maybe it's just where you understand that being lost is part of finding what you never meant to plan. So when you call and ask where I am, I'll tell you I'm right here with you, caught between two different kinds of longing, both of them completely true. I'm somewhere between the noise and quiet, between the rush and standing still. Can't decide which one I'm fighting, can't decide which one I will. The highway hums beneath my tires tonight. Still can't tell which way is home. Home. High arms beneath my tires tonight. Still can't tell which way is home.
You say my name like summer rain, dust on the dashboard, wind in your hair. We're going nowhere fast. We're going nowhere fast. Your hand finds mine between the words we never said. Sun is setting on our past. Maybe nowhere's where we last. You turn to me like we're still free from all the weight of being 23. We're going nowhere fast. We're going nowhere fast. We're going nowhere. We're going nowhere.